on his back, head facing that way, please. Okay. So we're just going to have a look at this, and I've set this up a couple of classes now this week, just to bring everyone up to speed about why we're using this certain side control and the benefits of it. So the traditional side control is that we get control of the shoulder and the head, and we cross face. Whether my partner's foam system is on the inside or not, we play generally the same game. So we're going to do just a little bit of a play around. If my head's facing towards Steve's head, if Steve raises his elbow, he gets space. If my chin's flat, he raises his elbow, he gets space. So I'm trying to put my chin on his elbow, he raises his elbow, it's harder to do. So the part that I see people is they concentrate so much on being like upper body control to try and pin the shoulders and the head on the ground, but this allows the frame system to come into play. And the part that I see people on the bottom, what they misunderstand is they try and push away with their hands, and of course their hands are kind of tight, where if they just lift their elbow, it's going to create more space. Number two is this. We're going to start here with my the controls closer to the chin. What Steve's going to do is going to walk both of his feet away from me first and turn towards me. Raises his elbow, shoots his hand under my armpit. Now, this is the part that everyone makes a mistake on the underhook is, don't grab me. Take your elbow to the back side of your head. And that's going to throw me over. Now you can reach down and hold my hips and pull yourself up. So you need to take the space away, or you need to create the space to be able to turn. Don't hold your partner when you do the underhook escape. So I see people get the space to hold onto the partner, and theoretically you're holding me onto you, which makes it harder to get up. Well, if you throw me off you, there's no weight on you, which allows you to turn and come up a lot easier than when you're actually trying to climb up someone. If your arm goes like, also we're going to dog fight and whizzer and things like that as well. So we'll just start here. So this is mainly training for the person on the bottom. I get the control and I'm kind of heavy onto the wrist. So we start to go, number one is walk away. So, and that will allow your hips to turn towards me. Raise your elbow, boom, shoot your hand deep. And as soon as your elbow deep, elbow comes backwards onto that way. And now climb up, rescue your hands, and you get to the top position. So your fundamental underhook escape from side control, rice and beans. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Thanks, Steve. Good to see you as well. Might want you back. Head face that way, side control. Okay. So this is, when I'm going to explain this, it's kind of like invisible jiu-jitsu, because it looks like I'm doing exactly the same thing, but the outcomes are vastly different. So the side control position again. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm putting my chin over and I'm putting the elbow in. So now as Michael tries to move his hips away and raises his elbow. What do you call me? So, wow, that escalated fast. So what I see people do is they put the chin on, I want it over. It's really important. So I'm not here, yeah. So I can't get my chin over and I dig it in. So I can almost tap you. Yeah. I'm not going to, but that's the concept. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go over, pin, and my elbows in. And now I'm going to do this. This is the next part. My hand behind the head, instead of squeezing in, my hand behind the head flares. This is where I want, yeah. So he's going to go like that, he's going to push. Because that's the only escape, is to push the elbow off the head, which gives me the armbar. You know, so it's a really good control. So start from here.
So you're getting that right in that crease?
Yeah, so here. My palm has to be down because I want to torque the head. If it's up, it's holding the head. So my palm has to be down because it's torquing the head. If my palm's up, it's a holding mechanic. I don't want to hold. So when I'm here, okay, chin over, down, crush, flare, 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 and sit.
Stuck.
So, you know, I will, when I'm ready, allow my hand to come over the head to take the armbar.
It's not as easy just to push over.
No, but I want to cook my partner a little bit. I want him to kind of, and I don't have to be heavy. Like, this isn't about being heavy. It's just that my body mechanics are better than your strength mechanics. Jump down, Steve.
Is that like mentally breaking them? Sort of?
Yeah, it's not mentally breaking them. It's just like I'm not giving you any choices to escape.
Yeah.
And you know, like, it's not like we're in a choke where if I don't deal with something, I'm going to get choked. This is, if I don't deal with it, I just can't move. It's slightly different to that. You know, when you choke, it's like, I have, that's when I'm mentally breaking. It's like, you have to deal with it at some stage, otherwise I'm going to choke you or armbar you. This is just like, if I don't deal with it, I'm just not moving. So it's kind of like a different mental game. Okay, so once again, the concept is that this hand here is palm down, palm up is holding, palm down is lifting. So when I get here, first thing I do is I put my chin over, I dig my chin in. So I'm trying to, can you feel like I'm trying to get the tip of my chin in on the arm. And it's not a pressure point, it's not painful, but it's not nice. The second thing I see people do is this, is they try and squash. What I'm doing is I'll flare my elbow to the top of Steve's head and I roll Steve over. And then as Steve tries to move, it's quite, you know, it's like just mentally draining. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Just so you know, and let me explain, is I'm not cross-facing, I'm flaring and I'm lifting. Right, I'm not cross-facing. I'm flaring and I'm lifting. And I want to go like to the tip of the head. Right, okay, so number one, my chin goes to the elbow, boom. Cut my hands together, elbow comes in, flare, roll my partner over. This hand comes underneath and goes 4 fingers, just get a grip of the gi anywhere. The shoulder, the collar, anywhere, but a 4-finger grip. And again, it's super tight. And again, well, sorry.
So good.
I'm very heavy for 67 kilo. Yeah, so, chin down, cup, flare, 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 roll, 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 hand goes underneath the armpit and gets hold. Start to walk to north-south, thumb goes in, dead. Right,
Wait,
so
where does the thumb go in?
so this choke is one of the hardest chokes to get. Like, got my weight's on top of you, it's heavy, you can't rock and roll. And this job here is just so I lift him so he's facing that way. Because the escape is to turn back in towards the choke. So of course this hand's here lifting up the armpit, it's very hard to turn back in. So again, one side control, and chin goes down, cup, flare, walk in, flare, walk in. As it starts to resist, my hand under, get my grip. Leave this hand here, walk to north-south, pull your hand out, and I'm heavy. Come back. If he's defending, windscreen wiper, windscreen wiper, windscreen wiper, windscreen wiper. Oh. Sorry.
That's good.
And that's me being quite passive on that as well. But what you don't see is I'm driving the entire time on my toes through my partner. So he's carrying my weight, he can't turn towards me, and the only way that people generally try and turn is that way, which exposes the neck for the choke. See? So once again, good jiu-jitsu. So from here, hand, chin onto the elbow, pull it in, cut my hands, flare, 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 walk in, flare, flare, flare. As my partner starts to push away, my hand comes round, goes 4 fingers into back and just get a cup of the gi. If I can get the collar, good. If I can't, I'll just get a cup of the gi. Leave your hand here for now. Start to walk around, and I'm trying to take the elbow with me. I don't want the elbow to go on the inside, so if I have to, I'll bring my leg back in. Tip them over, thumb. Roll back down, and squeeze. If I'm having trouble, I'll windscreen wiper and keep putting my hand low. If my partner starts to push away with their hands, armbar comes on, and it's underneath the armpit. And my weight's on you the entire time.
To
Yes,
finish that choke, are you kind of just driving your elbow to
That's
the ground?
pretty much done. By the way, that's like, yeah, just elbow to the ground.
Elbow to the ground.
Yeah, but like I've never ever got my elbow to the ground unless I don't like you.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Super quick.
One of the things that this works best on is when my partner or opponent gives me a response. So if I've turned my partner over and I've got the heavy side control and they're not trying to get out, I don't need to do it. I'm not gonna risk my position if they're not willing to try and escape it. In fact, I'll just stay here. I'll put my knee on your side and all that. So what I'm saying is we kind of get to here, chin goes down, hands come together, palm together, whatever grip you want to do, depending on their size. I like this grip. Okay, so the thing that I see people have issues with is straight away is if I'm taking this hand to this hand, by default, my head's coming up onto their wrist, which means that's better for them. So this is one of the things that I see. So if I go the opposite way, where I take this hand to here, that's going to change the game, so my chin doesn't move. So how do I get them onto the side? If you think about it, if you're going here, I'm almost pulling them towards me. So this side goes down, that side goes up, which isn't what I want. Where if I go this hand to here, that's going to turn them that side. Now, if I flare, so now I've got this ability to come under because I'm quite heavy. Now, if he stops the hand, just walk to the north-south, there you go. And just take the time. So the first part is that sorry, Michael. I actually wasn't trying to do that hard.
No, I was trying to give you it back.
Yeah, you
to
gave
make
that.
it
Yeah,
easier.
so what I see is that first part, which I think you two are kind of, because they're flat on their back, is you're taking your bottom hand to your top hand. Take your top hand to your bottom hand, which will torque your head, which will give you back exposure. And that's going to make it easier to get the hand underneath. And then that hand, all I'm doing is lifting that elbow up. And that'll keep them turned away.
So that's what we do.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.